My name's Mark. This is Elodie. We're both software engineers at Transcendent Endeavors. And I remember 4-ish years ago, maybe 5 now, the CEO, Bill, called me one day and he had this awesome idea for this app that would present like an e-reader and it would show things in a multilingual way. So you could have like a blend of English and Spanish, English and Mandarin, and you would have a slider that would change the blend so that you would have like 0% English, 100% Mandarin if you slid it all the way one way, and then 100% English, 0% Mandarin the other way. Did I get that reversed? Yeah, and then a bunch of things in between. And you could also like tap words and flip them from origin and target language, and then you can hold down your finger or the mouse or whatever the device it was on, and you would hear like that word, that phrase or chunk spoken aloud. And we also wanted like a text to speech engine that could blend in this multilingual way, so it wouldn't just be like English in one voice and you switch to another voice like you're using Google Translate or something and then hit the play button. It's not like that. It has to be this convincing blend of the two. So anyways, I was really fascinated by this project, and then I came on as the senior vice president of engineering here, and I did a version 1, and it was this e-reader that had all those kind of features, but it had a lackluster UI. It wasn't gamified, and even though the blending was working, the multilingual text-to-speech was working, text-to-speech for low-resource languages like Anishinaabe was not working. And so we had like this long path to go. Then Elodie came on board, and I think that was Elodie. I think it was like 3 years ago, right?
A little over 2.5 now,
Two and a
yeah.
half now, yeah. So she came on, and I think it was your first job out of college.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think she joined the project. We had I think a 6-person, maybe 7, no, 8-person team at one point, because we had the UI UX person, we had 3 machine learners, we had 3 coders. And so Elodie joined as a junior, and then just in a very short time has become the tech lead of this project, and has done this an incredible job of taking the UI UX way, way further, way past just like an e-reader. And so, yeah, we're going to walk through some of this stuff today. So, yeah, Elodie, please rock and roll.
Yeah, so the app, like we said, started off where it was very e-reader focused, which feature-wise, it was very cool, but visually was a little bit lackluster. It wasn't very gamified. It wasn't a sticky experience. And at the end of the day, it is an app that's targeted. The target user group is children. So we needed to ensure that the UI was very smooth and bubbly, as we like to say. And then also kind of creating like a guided experience. Again, targeting for a user group of kids, we wanted it to be built for them. So that's when we got the idea of quests and kind of creating this very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a story. You basically go through these adventures rather than just like having individual like readings that you have to do. It's instead a quest, an adventure. It's a combination of multiple activities that all target language learning for young individuals. And so when you first open the app, we have these islands, as we like to call them, and each island represents a different theme. So Turtle Island is where our indigenous books, our Ojibwe community books exist, or quests exist. So we have Turtle Island, we have Wildflower Island, which is kind of a free-for-all, as we like to say. This can contain quests of any theme, of any learning objectives. We have Cactus Canyon Island. These are quests that focus on digital wellness and online safety. And then we have Veggie Valley Island, which is our CEO. He has this almost franchise called the Mini Mighties, which are a collection of fruits and vegetables that teach kids about healthy living and eating habits. So these are the 4 islands that Blossom currently consists of. If you go into an island like Turtle Island, it's going to consist of a bunch of quests, as we call them. You can see here Turtle Island has a good many quests to choose from. And if we tap into a quest, quests contain a collection of activities. So again, being very UI heavy and kind of allowing the UI to explain how this feature works to the user. You can see here we have a bunch of plants, but none of them have, not to be cheesy, blossomed into anything yet, right? So it indicates that the activities are, yes, accessible, but they are not completed. So the goal is to complete all the activities and allow the plants to turn into whatever they might turn into. You have to complete them to find out. The core of the original app was the reading experience, the story time. And so we've been able to incorporate that into quests. As you can see, there's that original blend slider here where I can adjust it between my origin language of English and my target language of Anishinaabe. So if I want to read the book in 20% English and 80% Anishinaabemoan, I can. And that looks a little something like this. Let's find a good page. Here we go. So it's quite literally going to be a blend of the origin language and the target language. In here, you have a lot of interactive features. So you can tap on chunks to swap what language they're currently displayed in. This is in the case that a user is reading at a preset blend, but perhaps one of the phrases that they're reading, they don't quite understand or would rather see what it is in the language that they're most comfortable with. You can tap and hold on phrases to hear the text-to-speech read that phrase aloud.
Amen.
And that works in both the origin and target language as well. While you're in the reader, you can adjust the blend. So let's say, oh, this is too easy for me. I want to read it in 100% Anishinaabe. I can adjust the blend while I'm reading and watch it change real time. And then we showed text-to-speech for an individual phrase. But going back to that multilingual text-to-speech where it's a very smooth reading experience, but reading in both languages, that'll sound a little something like this.
When wanda Anishinaabe saw this berry, he did no nawa how it lived. Of all the berries, Ademen memam jejina b'madzing. It grows as close as possible to Mother Earth on the ground. Kawin tegonsing.
So that's what our custom TTS engine sounds like. For our high resource languages, we were able to use third parties, but for Anishinaabe, it's a very low resource language, so we were able to partner with that community and some of their elders to create something custom using even their elder's voice so that they can hear him when they're reading these stories. The idea is that you can complete these activities, and by completing them, you earn stars. So this is one of our core gamification features in the app. By completing activities, you earn these stars. You can get some stats. And then you can go on to the next activity. And so now we can see that the storytime activity has blossomed into an apple. And so this is doable with all of these activities. Mark, how many should we go through?
I don't know. I mean, maybe we can look at the volcano activity, maybe shout it out, you know.
Let me not do shout it out because I can't say that I'm very fluent in the language.
Yeah, maybe if we go, we need English, French.
maybe need to do a French one, yeah. This is bubble pop. So the idea is that you have 60 seconds to try and collect as many points as possible. Points are collected by tapping the correct bubble of the word that's currently displayed at the top. As you can tell, I'm not very well versed in the language, but the more points that you earn, the more stars you have the ability to earn as well. And if you reach a specific score, it might be 600 points or so, that's when you unlock this activity. It becomes completed, and that node in the map blossoms into another, I think, fruit or vegetable in this map's case. It looks something like this. There we go, got one finally. So this is bubble pop. And we also have activities like make and mark. So make and mark, it's kind of an activity that can encompass multiple different things, right? The idea is that kids can color in this activity or they can complete worksheets. Anything where using their their fingers or a stylus or something to write or draw on the screen and save their creation. That was the goal. So in this case, we can see that it's this really cute picture of children eating strawberries. I can choose my color. It's your normal little coloring activity. Same thing here. If I complete a beautiful drawing, I can earn some stars. And that's kind of the overall consensus of all of these activities, right? Is that I can complete them, learn languages, and earn stars. The idea behind learning stars is that I can unlock additional buddies. So my buddy, in this case, my selected buddy who's coming along with me on my quest, who's giving me feedback and support while I'm doing my language learning activities, is this turtle named Shelly. I unlocked Shelly by collecting enough stars to be able to unlock Shelly in our mascot store. So this is all of my available mascots right now, all the ones that I have unlocked using stars that I've earned by completing quests, roam around in this little field. They're also interactable. I can pet them, and they show me affection because I've pet them. I can also unlock additional mascots to add to my field. But of course, I'm a little bit limited to what I can afford, right? So the idea is complete more quests and you can unlock more mascots. So I have 118 stars, but I'm still only limited to being able to unlock Atlas, Bix, and Pippa. I would love to unlock Bao. I love pandas, but I can't afford them yet, so I got to keep working on my quests. But let's say I want to unlock Bix. Bix is now part of my field of animals. I can pet him, and then I can even choose him to be my mascot that comes along with me on my quests. So I can go here. Currently, Shelby is my selected mascot, but I can switch to Bix. And now if I go back to my quests, we can see Bix is now along for the ride with me during my my quest completions. So yeah, that's the core gamification aspect of Blossom. Do some language learning activities, perform well, and earn stars, and you can continue to unlock mascots to have join you on your language learning journey. So
Yeah, no, that's really cool. And I remember when we first were just coming up with a vision for this particular app, and we had this idea of like, okay, there's going to be mascots and there's going to be this Disney World like experience, right, where you have like different theme parks, whatever they were. We didn't have this concept of islands yet. Elodie hydrated all of that, and it's like we like I was like worried about putting all of this into one experience because I have this um, I don't want to call it design philosophy, that's like overstating it, but I have this like design, I don't know, horizon I walk towards, this language, this visual language or something whereby the user should not be confused, right? Like they should be very much like there's one thing to do, right? Like when you open up YouTube, you watch video, maybe you create video, right? TikTok also, PayPal or Venmo, like you pay or receive payment. It's like this very simple thing. And so I was like worried, how are we going to like wrangle all of this like gamified e-reading, text to speech, quizzes and points and all of this stuff. But I think what you've done here is beautiful. I think you've captured that Disney ethos of guiding the user through this whole UI UX experience. And so yeah, I mean, I find it moving to actually like sit with other people and share this app with them. And yeah, it's been great working on this. And it's like, I think our company works on this wide swath of products. And oh, Elodie, I think your video's frozen. Maybe is that?
yeah, I lost my
Yeah.
power there for a second,
Oh,
but
you
I'm
lost
still
it.
here on my phone.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll have the end of the video. We'll have Elodie looking down, starting to close the app, I think. But yeah, like so we work on this wide swath of products here, and so we have three big product lines, three separate teams that tackle these things. And I think, a lot of us often get extra excited for this product line because there's just so much heart in it. And also the graphics are so cute and the app is really fun.